And they have like zero hair. Like I mean, they got like luscious heads of hair, and they've got zero hair anywhere else.
You know, it's funny. I was just about to say, and you almost cut me off. I didn't start saying it was they all have beautiful hair.
Yeah.
When you said they don't have hair.
Oh yeah, no, they have luscious heads of hair.
Yeah, long black, dark, midnight hair.
But they have zero body hair at all. They've tapped into the fountain of youth. That's why we say black don't crack, because black people they have a lot of melanin in their system that makes them to where they don't have a lot of wrinkles.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody who's not white, I mean, you look like you're 70.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you. So basically, I look white. Is that what you're saying?
You are white.
Toast,
yeah.
Thumb-looking white guy. That's great. That's great.
2 eyeballs.
So you mentioned, you mentioned musicals.
Okay.
Your top 3 musicals, because I know what mine are.
Top 3,
and I'm not a fan of musical. I don't like me. Like every time I sit down to watch a musical, it's almost like a labor to sit down and know I'm about to watch a musical. But I've seen a couple of musicals, man, that are just they're awesome.
Cannot believe we were supposed to talk about feminism. Now we're talking about musicals.
I know, it's weird.
Well, top 3 musicals. Right after I watched K-pop Demon Hunter, I wanted to watch something that would kind of reset my mind thinking. And I know I get very emotional whenever I watch Prince of Egypt.
Oh, Prince of Egypt.
Because, dude, and it never fails because the scene in the burning bush. And by the way, there was over 200 scholars that those Hollywood producers approached, like 200 biblical scholars they approached and got their advice to make it as accurate as possible to the story in the Bible.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of things that I would say that they could have changed, but everything else was like, I have sentimental memory with that movie because I went to see that movie in the theater with my brother. And, you know, my relationship with my brother is not the best. And back then, he didn't know the Lord. I came to the Lord at a very young age, and he didn't come to the Lord until like 3 years ago. So I remember going to see that movie in the theaters with my brother, and the scene, but before we talk about the burning bush scene, but the scene whenever he takes the staff and
does the water,
and the water goes up.
Yeah, and you see the whales and all the.
Well, no, just the scene of like him slamming it down and the water just like dramatically.
Yeah, that was like computer graphics.
Oh, they said it took 2 years to finish that scene.
Finish that scene.
Yeah. But I remember whenever that happened, I looked over at my brother. Me and my brother were just bawling our eyes out, just because we saw the display of God's power and glory in such a great way. Because it wasn't just like the waters parting; it was just like an explosion of them parting. And oh, dude, I love that. I love that movie. But the scene of the burning bush where Moses goes, and the way they depicted that, you know, he went and tested it, and then he put it on his hand. He's like, oh my gosh. And then the Lord starts talking to him. He's like, remove your sandals because the ground you're standing on is holy ground. And he doesn't remove them right away. He questions. And then when he realizes it's God, he takes the sandals, throws them away because he just realized I'm in the presence of the Almighty. And I remember when he questioned, because God said, you're going to lead my people. You're going to go and ask Pharaoh, and you're going to lead my people to freedom. And he started saying, who am I to do this? And God, in his justice, starts saying, I can't do it justice right now, but he starts saying stuff like, who's the one that did this and who's the one that did that? But when he did that, he said it in such a loud voice, and there was this boom from the burning bush that pinned Moses up against the wall.
Yeah. To
remind him of who he is. And then when Moses was at a most vulnerable state, then the burning bush came around Moses and grabbed him. So it was like God wrapping him in his glory. Oh, dude. Oh, it was great. So that would probably be number 1. Number 2 would be Lion King. Number 3 is a toss-up between Greatest Showman and Frozen.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to ask, can an animated movie actually be categorized as a musical?
It's a musical if they sing in
But it's animated.
Yeah, no, it's still a musical.
Okay, cool.
The musical is categorized as you're singing songs, like you just bust out into song in the middle of the movie.
Well,
like, that's a musical.
I mean, all your favorite musicals are animated, except for
most musicals are animated.
Okay, mine. You sure answered the heck out of that question, Nick. That's awesome. Okay.